Today we'll be talking about CS2 investments that are currently very undervalued ever since a lot of people are waiting for the new update to arrive and the new Armory collection to get introduced to the game. A lot of people are panic selling, this is a fact. And also some limited edition items from the Armory have never looked more lucrative than right now in my opinion. We're not talking only about the AK limited edition item, the Aphrodite, because we've been covering this item when it was around like 300 euros. Currently it has risen almost up to 800 up on the Steam community market, which is absolutely insane in my opinion. But the other limited edition items are also looking very interesting right now. I mean, for example, we all know the M4 Evanescence Solitude. There's so many different patterns out there. If I'm not wrong, there's about like over 1000 patterns to be exact. I have a few of them and not all are in the factory new condition. It's staying relatively stable across the board, as you can see here up on the graphs. This M4 has slightly bounced lower, as you can see on third-party websites. You can find even better deals for these. But I need to remind you that this M4 was around like 100 euros, which is absolutely insane in my opinion. It has dropped to like 50 euros before, and as you can see, a lot of these have actually been sold, like 312 pieces. Ever since it went back down to 80 euros, somewhere in that area, and then crashed down to 40, went lower. And as you can see here, when we reached like the 33 euro mark, we had a slight pump to 44 euros, which was very weird in my opinion. And ever since we went lower and lower, and we currently reached an all-time low for the skin. So I think there's definitely room for profit, but be very careful with these skins. No one is actually talking about this, and I just wanted to mention them. But that's not the only limited edition item that I would be going for right now. I mean, we all remember the Desert Eagle heat treated. They were very desirable and a lot of people were investing into these. A lot of rumors that a lot of Chinese investors have invested into this and mass bought a lot of the blue gems, for example, because not every Desert Eagle heat treated is looking like this blue gem, for example. You can definitely find this, but the regular version in the factory new condition costs around like 80 euros up on the Steam community market. Yes, even though there's so many out there, obviously some of the other conditions not in factory new are slightly cheaper, but we're concentrating always up on the factory new conditions. Are you tired of super expensive Steams up on the community market and you want to buy some new ones? Up on Skinland you have the best possible market prices for these skins, no hidden commissions, a 24/7 service, 100% safe, and you get immediate payouts. Skinland also pays out instantly, so you don't have to wait for your balance to arrive. Ever since the latest Valve update, you can still trade your skins here and Legends trade here. Skinland is the official partner of Vitality. The best work with the best, even Vitality chooses Skinland. And if you want to sell your skins, here's a bonus for you. If you use my promo code RubyJetski, you get $10 for free if you sell your skins for $100. And thank you Skinland for sponsoring this video. I mean, in the past when this skin came out, it was around like 20 euros, even cheaper, to 17 euros, somewhere in that area. Then it caught that hype, it went up to like 80 euros, and some of the blue gems have been sold for overpay, as you can see here. For example, for 150, 24 pieces were sold, but I don't think that every single one of these was a blue gem, maybe, but I could be wrong as well. And as you can see, ever since the hype died down, a lot of people were interested in these deagles, and it was a great opportunity to go ahead and buy these, right? This was one of the first, if not the first, Armory item to be introduced to the game, right? So I think this does show us a lot of resistance ever since there's so many of these skins out there. And if you compare, for example, them to the new Aphrodite factory new AK, which costs 125 armory stars, I know it's huge, you need to understand that, right? So I think there's a lot of potential. Obviously this skin has slightly gone down in price, but I still do believe it has a lot of potential. Obviously the Aphrodite is way better in my opinion, but we've already been covering that skin. If you would invest into the skin, you should have already prepared yourself in advance. If you want to go ahead, I think it's relatively risky and you shouldn't risk that money. It's definitely gonna still go even higher. That's at least just my own prediction. I just think it got very volatile after that $300 mark. I mean, we've been talking about this skin previously, like over a month ago as well. It has definitely climbed up there, but it was very obvious. It is very rare to get this skin. And to those of you guys who actually unboxed it or maybe bought it in advance, definitely great job on these. As you know, I love a lot of the new gloves that have been introduced with the new dead hand terminal, right? And that's why I went ahead and I've bought these specialist gloves Black Book, because I really do enjoy these. I was not looking at the special pattern, nothing special. I mean, it was the decision for me between these gloves and some Nocts. These are in the field tested condition. I'm definitely hyped to play with these. As you can see, this is the field tested condition, so nothing special at all. And as you can see, the right side of the gun is looking way juicier than the left one. I mean, I like the text with the dead, but the gun looks also kind of clean in my opinion. Also, we're currently doing the Desert Eagle Serpent Strike giveaway. If you want to participate and win this skin, all you have to do is subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up on this video, comment something down below, and make sure that your Steam trade link is in your YouTube description so I can see it and send you the skin right away. I will be choosing a random comment. I wish to all of you the best of luck, and the winner will be revealed tomorrow. And also, here's a sneaky plug for our Discord. Definitely go ahead and join our Discord community below. Scar 20 caged for my Tech 9 Whiteout and the Horizon case. Yes, this is definitely a nice deal, right? Oh no! Also, here's something very important. Yes, the AK Aphrodite is gonna stay like 50 more days in the Armory, and a lot of people, I've seen it online, are saying that, for example, the Armory update is gonna happen at the same time when this is gonna be removed from the current Armory. I really don't think that this is the case. Valve is definitely not keeping this sale for 2 months. I don't think that they would have announced it at this time. I mean, it's definitely not in Valve fashion, and it's gonna be separate. There's just my own prediction upon it. I mean, the AK-47B, the monster, is still not done dropping, and if the new collections from the Armory are gonna look decent, I think this skin will crash even more, unfortunately. Yes, I have this skin myself as well. In the near future, if the new collection skins are not gonna look great or better than this AK, there's gonna be problems, right? So I think you need to take it in account, but be very careful upon these investments. If they drop after the new Armory releases, I think it will be definitely a great opportunity to go ahead and grab some of these AKs, because long term this is gonna be the next collection discontinued, and not a lot of people are spending their hard-earned Armory stars upon these AKs. And in the future, I can see it also being the same. Not a lot of people will be redeeming the Armory stars, and the supply won't increase as much as, for example, for the Spot and Field collection, in my opinion. Also, here's an interesting take. The Train collection, when it was released, it had the AVP Long Dog, right? The Overpass collection has the AK, and the Spot and Field collection has the M4. So the Spot and Field collection is going, so I think we'll have a new M4 A1S in the game. The graphic design collection had also the AVP Simic, and when it was removed, it was replaced with the Train AVP Long Dog. So I think the next skin could be an AVP skin and an M4 A1S skin. So these are my predictions for these new Armory items. Obviously, the Spine Tech collection is gonna have probably the AVP, and the Arabesque collection maybe could have a golden M4, at least who knows. That's just my own prediction. It's gonna be crazy, I think. But the case market is currently the hottest market in the CS2 economy, at least that's my opinion. The Gamma 2 case has a lot of potential ever since a lot of people started investing into cases, and then the new updates came out, the new regulations and stuff. A lot of people gave up on this, and this made a lot of these cases drop in price, and by drop I mean a lot. You could have bought these on third-party websites for like €2. A Gamma 2 case in 2026 for €2 is absolutely insane. Well, to be exact, this was in 2025, right? But this case costs around like €4.50 right now, and I think it can reach easily this peak at €6.70 again. That's just my own prediction, and I think you should definitely be investing into some cases, because you need to always diversify your investments. At the end of the day, that's the best advice I can give you, and you should always make your own research upon these cases, because some of these are less supplied than others. For example, there's like 22,000 listings of the Gamma 2 case, and this is not a lot by any means. Meanwhile, we have 658,000 requests to buy this, starting at €4.46. There's just a 2 cents difference, and this just shows that the demand for these cases is there. It is also a very good investment in my opinion, but as you can see upon the graphs, it has been always very solid ever since the news. Obviously, a lot of cases dropped in price. This was a great opportunity. We've peaked at €5.84, and currently we reached new all-time highs. I mean, almost the cheapest ones are selling for €5.50, and we've been already selling at €5.80. That's not a big difference, but I think there's a lot of potential, and there's only like 8,000 of these cases upon the Steam community market. The supply is even lower than from the Gamma 2 case, right? So I think this is even a better investment. Obviously slightly more expensive, but has the potential as well. Also, here's something very interesting. I think that the Souvenir M4A4 Hellish does have potential. Not a lot of people are talking about the souvenir skins from the Train 20 and 25 collection, but to be honest, most of these are even rarer than the normal skins. Obviously, the demand for these is not gonna be ever as high as for some other skins, just because you can't use them for trade-ups. A lot of people are speculating that it might be possible in the future, but generally, if you want to have a nice, clean-looking souvenir skin, I would definitely be going for this. This M4A4 Hellish is looking absolutely beautiful in my opinion. I do see the potential, it's just not a lot of people are actually investing into these skins, right? So definitely tell me your opinion upon this skin. This one is in a minimal wear condition.